What it do, what it do, what it do, Murphy family, WWE crew. Let's get started. 30 seconds till showtime. Here we go. What it do, what it do, what it do, Murphy family, WWE crew. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? This lovely Monday night. Monday Night Raw, baby. How y'all like it? How y'all like it? How y'all like it? What's up, Serenity? Glad to see you, Young. What up, bro? What up, bro? Yeah, man, Kyrie, man, I don't even want to talk about it. Been talking about it all day. I'm a little upset about that, but nothing like some good old Monday Night Raw to cheer me up when my Lakers fell me. But hey, welcome to the Murphy family. WWE yesterday, WWE today, WWE forever. Yes. Let's dive right in, man. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to hold you guys long. I know it's a little late. Sorry we couldn't go live tonight and do a watch along. Maybe next weekend I'm actually going to Monday Night Raw. We got a busy weekend. Friday I'm heading to Vegas for Money in the Bank, and then Monday Night Raw is actually in San Diego next weekend. So I'm going to head to that. Yeah, I didn't catch it either, man. I was a little tied up, but I just finished seeing everything that happened, so I wanted to get on here and talk about it a little bit. But yeah, so Money in the Bank this weekend in Vegas, and then next Monday, San Diego will be there for Monday Night Raw, taking my kids to see that. But man, let's talk about John Cena, man. 20 years, John Cena. I just had to get on here and say thank you to the face that runs the place. Thank you, John Cena, for 20 amazing years. Tonight was all about him. Nothing special happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. It was all about John Cena. Serenity, come on, let's go. Be my guest. I got you. Let's go. But yeah, John Cena, 20 years. Tonight was all about him. It was amazing how they set everything up. The show kicked off. John Cena arrived to the arena. He walked in, through the back door, and all the WWE superstars, they were there in the hallway, cheering him on, clapping him on, dapping him up, shaking his hands. So that was good to see. Of course, the heels and the faces, they were all there. So that was amazing. So they made it a very special event from the jump. I'm glad they did that. If anyone deserves it, it's definitely John Cena. To be honest, aside from like The Undertaker, there's been nobody who's given so much to the company. And that's no shade to anyone else, guys like HBK and Triple H and all the things they've done, but it's just big time, because John Cena, he stayed there in WWE, didn't go to the other promotions, just like The Undertaker. Now, of course, they may have started in other places, but when they were their true selves, the best versions of themselves, they stayed put. And John Cena, I mean, he was Hulk Hogan 2.0, right? That's exactly what John Cena was. And so big shout out to him, man. Major love, even though his character, it got stale with us sometimes because he's always been a face. He never turned heel. Kind of like Hulk Hogan was until he went Hollywood on his Hollywood Hogan. But John Cena still packed out the place, packed out arenas all around the country, all around the world, sold his merch, and kept everyone tuning in, man. So John Cena, man, nothing, he can't be duplicated. There's no one like him. So I'm glad he had this moment. I'm glad he got it tonight. cut a fire promo, a fire promo. A traditional vintage John Cena talked about how everything he's done, every match he's had, every movie he's made, it was never about him. It was always about us. He brought the WWE universe together, and John Cena does that in ways no one else can. I love so many other guys are awesome at cutting promos, right? Some of the greats, The Rock, his promos, Stone Cold Steve Austin, his promos, and so many others, right? Just to name a couple. But John Cena, his promos, man, they just do something to you. They move you. They move you. They move you. I don't care how much you hate them. I don't care how much you dislike them. His promos move you. And they were in Laredo, Texas tonight. And, Laredo showed him some love. They showered him with love. You didn't hear not one Cena sucks chant. It was Cena. They showed out for him, man. And I'm glad he got that. They cheered him from the jump. The pop was amazing. The crowd was loud. And I love it, man, because he deserves every single bit of it. So shout out to John Cena. Cut that amazing promo. Now the crowd John Cena did make mention that he don't know when the next time he'll be back in the ring is. He mentioned his age, 20 years, 45 years old. So he said he don't know when the next time he'll be back in the ring. And the crowd began to chant, that famous chant, one more match, one more match, one more match. And John Cena did address it. He said it won't be one more. He promised that it'll be more than just one more. He just said he doesn't know when. Of course, John Cena is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood right now, following in the footsteps of his fellow WWE superstar brother, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's following those footsteps. So, man, I'm not mad at John Cena. He deserves it, man. He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. He put in the work in WWE, so I'm glad to see him thriving in Hollywood. But I'm looking forward to him coming back. And, man, it left me to question. It left me to question this. We're all talking about who's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? It's going to be McIntyre. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be Riddle. It's going to be this guy, that guy. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be The Rock next year at WrestleMania? How about John Cena? How about John Cena being the one to dethrone Roman Reigns? Now, we all know, he returned last year around this time, Money in the Bank, remember? I was there, man, and that was big time when he made his comeback, Money in the Bank. He came back, and of course, he came back to set up the SummerSlam match with Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. And we all know, that went on and he dropped, he lost that match, but it was just pretty much set up an even bigger return and, and Brock Lesnar coming back. So how about John Cena being the guy to dethrone Roman Reigns? Man, I think that'll be special. Of course, John Cena, 16 world championships. He's tied with Ric Flair, and number 17 will break Ric Flair's record. I definitely believe that's going to happen. One, he just deserves it, right? Two, I think Ric Flair will pass that mantle on to him, no matter how it may seem. And then three, the WWE is trying to distance themselves from Ric Flair, and what a way to do so by taking that 16-time world championship from him. But even bigger than that, I think Ric Flair will give John Cena his blessing. So how about John Cena? Keep Roman Reigns undefeated. Have John Cena do that thing. Maybe next year at WrestleMania, maybe the year after that. I don't know, man, but I would love to see it, especially if The Rock is unavailable. They can't get The Rock to commit for a WrestleMania here in Los Angeles next year. How about John Cena? That'll be special, and man, I think the crowd would love it. I believe they would. The pop he got tonight. Now I understand it was a big moment, 20 years, but the pop he got tonight, it just had me thinking, man. How would the crowd react to him being the one to dethrone Roman Reigns? That's something to look out for, as we look and we continue to search and see who's going to be the guy to do it, especially if Cody's not available. If Cody can't return to WrestleMania or whatever the case may be. We'll talk about this in greater detail at a later date, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's something no one's talking about, but how much more special would it be? One, it's going to be special anyway for him breaking Ric Flair's record, but then two, doing it against the hottest guy in the business, in the industry right now, Roman Reigns. What we say, who you think gonna dethrone Roman Reigns? That's what I'm talking about right now, man. I was just saying about John Cena being that guy, the pop he got tonight, the roar he got tonight. I could definitely see the WWE universe getting behind him and doing that, especially if the two, um, especially if the two can put on the classic. If they put on a classic match, a 5-star match, and they go the distance. It's a great match, then I can definitely see that. See John Cena being that guy, but if not John Cena, then maybe it'll be Cody Rhodes, or I don't know, man. I don't know, but when that time comes and John Cena gets championship number 17, that's going to be a special moment, man. Serenity says he's kind of hot. I hear you, girl. I hear you. I think Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I hope not, man. That's dumb. I don't want to see that. They've already battled back and forth. If you build Roman Reigns up like this just for him to lose to Brock Lesnar, I'd hate to see that. But we'll see, man. I don't know. Right now, I don't know what's going on in WWE. I don't know the direction they want to take, especially with all this stuff going on with Vince McMahon. I don't know. But let's dive right in. Again, I don't want to keep you too long. I just wanted to come on here and give a shout out to John Cena. But since we're here, let's talk about what happened tonight. We had a Money in the Bank qualifier match. It was the Battle Royal or whatever. Nothing to talk about, nothing to write home about. AJ Styles was in this match, so I was hoping that he would pull out the victory. But no, he didn't. It actually ended up being Riddle. Riddle won. And I guess you could kind of say we've seen that coming, but Riddle won Money in the Bank. Or he won this Money in the Bank qualifier match. So Riddle is going to Money in the Bank, baby, but it just sucks. AJ Styles. AJ Styles, not just him, but Ricochet was in this match as well. I didn't forget Ziggler. He was in this match as well. Dolph Ziggler. Those are a few guys who should be in the Money in the Bank match, man. One, they just deserve it, and two, the magic that they can do, in the ring with those ladders. It's just very, very entertaining. So you got no AJ Styles in the Money in the Bank match. Like how? Like how's that possible? But anyway, you got Riddle. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is for Money in the Bank. I got to sit down and really think about it, which direction, who I'm going to pick, who I'm going to choose. We'll have that video coming later, my predictions and all that stuff for Money in the Bank. By the way, Money in the Bank is this Saturday, Saturday, July 2nd. So that's coming up real, real soon. So expect that video, my predictions, to be out probably Friday night. We'll drop that and get you ready for Money in the Bank. We'll talk more about it. I got to really sit down and think about it. I want to see what's going to happen on SmackDown as well before I talk about all that. Let me see what else. Isn't there one more spot left for the man? There is. Yeah, there is. I'm not sure who's going to get that last spot. So we'll see. I got to sit down and see what's going on with all that before I give you my official prediction video for all that. So again, look out for that this coming Friday, Money in the Bank Saturday. I'll be there, so it's going to be fun. Of course, I'm going to vlog for you guys and kind of sneak you guys in the building a little bit so you can see a little action, all right, and get my live reactions and stuff for everything that's going on. Remember last year Money in the Bank was lit, because Roman Reigns won, right, and then John Cena, he returned, remember? So that was a big, big surprise. I don't know if we'll get anything like that on the men's side. Now, on the women's side, I believe Bayley is going to finally make her return at Money in the Bank. I don't know if she's going to, come in and, illegally, enter into the match and get the briefcase and get that briefcase. Or I don't know if she's going to show up after the match. I don't know, but I have Bayley coming back. But again, we'll talk about that in our official Money in the Bank prediction video down the road a little later this week. Does Roman Reigns have a match at Money in the Bank? As far as I know, he does not. The Brock Lesnar match is happening at SummerSlam. So, as of right now, I don't know, but let's see what happens on Friday night. That's what I'm waiting to see. Before I give you my prediction video, I want to see what's going to happen on Friday night. So we'll see. But as of right now, no, he does not have a match, as far as I know. So we will see. We will see. Omos gonna do is put his hands up. All Omos got to do is put his hand right. He can reach the briefcase. He just has to reach up and get it. So that's crazy. That's funny, man. That is hilarious. Keep it rolling. We also had a singles match tonight with two tag team competitors. We had Jey Uso versus Montez Ford. Now, Jey Uso gets a lot more single matches than Jimmy Uso. So Jey Uso, You know, main event Jey Uso, you know, he can do his thing in singles. So he definitely has a big singles career coming, you know, if he sticks around. And then Montez Ford as well. I think Montez Ford is going to be huge, you know, when it comes to singles competition. I love this guy, man. I think he could be a future champion, future world champion. And I love what he does. Montez Ford got the victory in that one. He actually beat main event Jey Uso. So that's big. You know, they gave him that rub. What else we got? I heard Roman Reigns is taking a break from WWE after SummerSlam. That may be true. That may very well be true. He's been taking a break as of late. You know, we haven't seen him as much. And, you know, he hasn't been defending the title as much. Of course, he defended it last week against Riddle, you know, or last week, a couple weeks ago against Riddle. And that's when Brock Lesnar returned. So we'll see. We don't know what the future holds for Roman Reigns. But if he does take a break, then it's going to be things are going to look kind of grim for WWE, you know, because you don't got no Cody there. Randy Orton is out, you know, so I don't know who's going to run things. So maybe they will put the title on Brock. But if they do that, then, you know, who's going to beat Brock? You know, who's going to challenge Brock? So I don't know what the plans are, man. I'm clueless. I'm actually clueless. I really don't know. Maybe things will look a little better after Money in the Bank. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but you may be right. Roman Reigns may be taking a break. He's been taking a break already, so we'll see. Moving on, we had another match, another singles match. We had The Miz versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles won that one. The two put on a great match, actually, which The Miz, to me, he always delivers. I know everyone hates The Miz, but The Miz always delivers. And, of course, AJ Styles, he always delivers. It just really, really sucks that AJ Styles is not in the championship picture right now. That really, really sucks, man, because he deserves it. I love me some AJ Styles, and it looks like this feud is probably going to continue. I would guess it's going to continue all the way to SummerSlam. The Miz and AJ Styles. AJ Styles did get the victory tonight. The Miz got counted out on purpose. He kind of walked out. So whenever they do that, you know, it's just kind of like a teaser. They're setting some things up, and I think this will draw out to SummerSlam. You know, of course, you want to give The Miz a big spot at SummerSlam, and of course, you want to have AJ Styles in the big spot at SummerSlam. So I can see this rolling out till SummerSlam. Young says, I have a question. You know how Bobby Lashley versus Omos was a thing? If Omos won, you think Roman versus Omos, I would be good match? Do I think Roman could beat Omos? I don't know. Now I say that, but then again, I did enjoy the match. I didn't think Bobby Lashley and Omos was going to be a good feud, but I enjoyed the WrestleMania match, and I enjoyed the WrestleMania Backlash match even more. So I mean, I don't know. To me, Bobby Lashley is a better worker in the ring than Roman Reigns is. You know, of course, you add on everything else with Roman Reigns. The look, of course, Bobby Lashley has the look as well, but the look and the personality, the whole storyline, the bloodline, tribal chief, all that stuff Roman Reigns has going for himself. That kind of puts him over the top. But I don't know, man. I don't know how that feud would have been. But it didn't happen, so I guess we'll never know, right? Or maybe we'll see it down the line. It just has to be. I don't see that working because Omos. I can't see Omos really being a baby face. You know, he's just, of course, I guess down the line he'll have his run as a baby face, but you know, I just see him being a heel, especially with MVP in his corner. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Omos and Roman Reigns. But I don't know. That'll be Serenity says that would be a great match and funny match, right? You know what I want to see? Roman versus Bobby again, right? That's the direction that I was going. I don't know if you guys remember, but I kept saying I wanted to see Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That's what I wanted to see. Before Randy Orton got injured, I wanted Randy Orton to come in and win Money in the Bank. You know, come back and win Money in the Bank. And I wanted Lashley and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, and I wanted Orton to come in and cash in and take the WWE title from Roman Reigns. You know, Roman Reigns keep the Universal title. But that's what I wanted to see. That was my plans for the summer. That was how I was booking things for the summer. But of course, it can't happen. Orton is out for a while. or it could be a work. I don't know, but I think it's serious. Orton may be out for a while, and then of course I wanted to see Cody come back at Royal Rumble. He wins a Royal Rumble, and I wanted to see a feud with Orton and Cody Rhodes, because they have history from way back in the day. I would have loved to see that. So hopefully that part of it can still happen. But yeah, Lashley versus Roman Reigns. Ah, man, I wanted to see that at SummerSlam so bad, man, so bad, so bad, so bad. Unfortunately, we're not getting that. Oh boy. So after the Miz AJ Styles match, Cena met Ezekiel backstage. That was a pretty funny segment. He met Ezekiel. So if you guys didn't check that out, make sure you check it out on WWE YouTube. That was pretty funny. Let's keep it rolling. This match I was excited about, and I think this match has potential to blow up into something. We had babyface versus babyface, two favorites of ours. Serenity, I know you like these two. Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan. We had a singles match between the two women. And before the match, they cut a backstage promo. They talked about how much they liked one another, but all those personal feelings was going to be pushed to the side, because, the Money in the Bank, that briefcase is in between these two women. So, I would love to see what happens with this. Alexa Bliss, she may be a favorite to win the Money in the Bank. Of course, I think Bayley's going to return, but Alexa Bliss, she may be a favorite to win it. I don't know if she's going to turn. Last week on Monday Night Raw, she tried to hit sorry, I didn't forgot. I'm at a loss for where I didn't forgot. My mind ain't working right now. But she tried to hit a Sister Abigail. Alexa Bliss did. So I don't know if those are signs to her turning. She didn't hit it, but she had it set up, and then they interfered. So I don't know if she's going to turn back to that old, that old scary character, bring Lily back. I don't know what's going to happen with Alexa Bliss. I don't know what they're doing, but they had a match tonight, and Alexa Bliss actually took the loss, and it was a clean loss. Liv Morgan beat her clean. It wasn't any interference, any shenanigans. She beat her clean. So that was pretty funny and pretty exciting to see. But that could mean Alexa Bliss they're setting things up for Alexa to win Money in the Bank. You never know. So let's see what happens with that. We had Bobby Lashley versus Alpha Academy. Bobby Lashley beat him. This match wasn't nothing to talk about. Bobby Lashley beat him. And of course, after the match, Alpha Academy, in theory, they came out and pretty much jumped Bobby Lashley. So to further set things up for Lashley versus Theory, I guess that's going to happen. And surprisingly, a lot of people thought that it would be Theory and John Cena. They would set something up for SummerSlam. They thought it would happen tonight. They thought he would cut in, interfere in John Cena's anniversary, his celebration tonight, but that didn't happen. And I'm glad they didn't do that, because John Cena just deserved to be honored tonight. He didn't. John Cena, 20 years, man. Theory been here for 20 minutes. I didn't want to see Theory interfering and cutting into his night. So hopefully they'll set that up in another way down the line. I'm glad they didn't do it, but Bobby Lashley defeated Alpha Academy, and Alpha Academy, in theory, they kind of jumped them. Before we get to the last match to see what Serenity's talking about, I really wanted them to be a tag team, right? But when it comes to a championship opportunity, you have to do what you have to do. Yeah, and I don't really know the standing of the women's tag team championships. But yeah, they would have been an amazing women's tag team champions, man. I would have loved that. But again, I don't know the standing of those titles. I don't know if they're going to just get rid of them, or I don't know. We may not see them again until WrestleMania next year. Who knows? We know how WWE is with those titles, and especially with after Sasha and Naomi. I don't think they plan on doing anything with those titles anytime soon. But yeah, Serenity, I'm with you, sis. I would have loved to see them as a tag team and winning those tag team titles. So maybe down the line, you never know. But I think Alexa Bliss is going to turn. I think she's going to turn heel, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, and then finally, the main event of the night, we had a 6 women's match. It was the winner qualifies for Money in the Bank. It's the last qualifying match. The last qualifying spot. We had Xia Li versus Tamina versus Doudrop versus Nikki ASH versus Shayna Baszler, and of course versus Becky Lynch. We all know who's going to win this match. There was no mystery here, no curiosity here, and of course, Becky Lynch, she came out on top. So Becky Lynch is in the Money in the Bank match this coming weekend. Of course, nothing to really talk about in this match. Although the finish was pretty exciting, it was a pretty good match in the finish. Becky and Doudrop, those were the final two in the match. But yeah, Xia Li, I think they did her dirty. You know, she was out of the match real fast. Becky hit a manhandle slam on her. Um, so yeah, of course, Becky advances to Money in the Bank. So we will see what happens there. And that's how Raw went tonight. Another thing to talk about, we have some AEW stars on Monday Night Raw tonight. I don't know if you guys caught that, but yeah, we had some AEW stars on Monday Night Raw. Of course, tonight was all about John Cena, and we had some promos cut, you know, of guys acknowledging John Cena, you know, speaking kindly of John Cena and giving John Cena his flowers tonight, you know, while he's here with us, while he was there tonight. Stephanie McMahon, the acting CEO, the acting woman in charge, she cut a promo thanking John Cena for his 20 years, and she also said she can't wait to see what the next 20 years brings. So that was very, very big. Her husband, Triple H, he also cut a promo thanking John Cena for these 20 years, and he said it out of his mouth. John Cena is one of the GOATs. That's coming from one GOAT to another GOAT. You know, Triple H, he's considered a GOAT and one of the GOATs in my eyes. Definitely one of those top superstars, top 10, top 7. I love me some Triple H. So hearing him come out and give accolades to John Cena was absolutely amazing. And then HBK, Shawn Michaels, he was there at NXT 2.0. He cut a promo, and you know that was amazing. I love me some HBK, so whenever we see him on screen, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he gave major love to John Cena, and yes, Serenity, yeah, Chris Jericho from AEW, he cut a promo thanking John Cena as well. Spoke really, really highly of him. Of course, Chris Jericho, his best stuff was with WWE. I don't keep up with what he's doing over there with that other company. I call it WCW, the little knockoff wannabe WCW company. No shade, but yeah, I don't really keep up with what they're doing over there. But yeah, Chris Jericho did come, and Chris Jericho and Cena, they had them a lot of moments, and he spoke very, very highly. And also Daniel Bryanson, another AEW superstar. He graced us. That was a surprise. He graced Monday Night Raw tonight. Of course, on screen. None of these AEW guys were there in attendance, but on screen, you know, he showed mad love to John Cena. Of course, they had their little thing going. They had a classic match, SummerSlam match, and all that. Much respect between those two. And then finally, the Big Show, Paul White, another AEW guy. Of course, former WWE guy, you know, did all his work in WWE, although he did have a nice career in WCW. So I guess he's been with them all, huh? But he was on screen, graced Raw with his presence on screen. And of course, he spoke very, very highly of John Cena. He's well respected in the business. So that was pretty amazing. We had Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryanson, and the Big Show, aka Paul White. They all, you know, came in and spoke very, very highly of John Cena. So that was pretty sweet, man. And again, the night was all about John Cena. We ran through everything else that happened tonight, but yeah, it was all about John Cena tonight, man. The face that runs the place. Just being there with, you know, seeing John Cena, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing whether you like him or you hate him, whatever the case may be. Just being in the arena when he's there. I remember I was there last year when he returned at Money in the Bank. And of course, I was there at SummerSlam last year when he took on Roman Reigns. And then I also, 9/11, the 9/11 show last year, in New York City. I was there for that, Madison Square Garden. That was my first trip to Madison Square Garden. And John Cena actually had the dark match. You know, he made a return, you know, in that at that venue for the dark match when SmackDown went off air, the 20-year reunion of for SmackDown or whatever. So that was pretty cool as well, seeing him you know, return for that. Just being in the building when John Cena's there, when his music hits, you see him come running out, man. You got to respect John Cena, you know, and it's crazy because all these guys said it. Jericho, Daniel Bryanson, Paul White, HBK, Triple H, they all said that John Cena is one of the hardest workers in the business. And that says a lot because Triple H has given WWE his all. He's given them his all. HBK, of course, he's given them his all, and he's always been a top worker. So to get and Daniel Bryanson, of course, same thing. He puts his little body on the line, and gives WWE his all, gives wrestling his all, now AEW his all. So to hear those guys, praise John and to say that he's the hardest worker in the business, you got to love that. You got to respect that. And man, that's so true. So again, I just wanted to, I wasn't planning on getting on here, but I just had to get on here and show John Cena some love, baby. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Man, you got to respect him, man. He's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs. He was one of the GOATs. Serenity says, Big Show looked kind of different. Yeah, he did. He looks a lot different, actually. So, yeah, once again, shout out to John Cena. 20 years, man. 20 years. It's just crazy because I remember when John Cena made his debut, the doctor of thugonomics. I remember that. And here we are 20 years later, and his career, his in-ring career or WWE career may be winding down. So anytime we get to see him, you got to cherish it, man. We don't have The Undertaker anymore. He's done in the ring. Triple H, unfortunately, he's done in the ring. So a lot of these greats, man. So The Rock, hopefully we'll get to see him 1 or 2 times. We were just blessed to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, a couple months ago at WrestleMania 38. So, you got to be grateful for that. And John Cena is another one. You never know when his last time may be. Randy Orton, that's another one. He's out with a serious injury right now. So he's another one that we're enjoying, another GOAT that we're enjoying. So yeah, when John Cena, makes his presence, you got to love it. You got to respect it, man, because the guy is just that great. So thank you, John Cena, for 20 years. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the man back in the ring soon. And I can't wait to see him, win championship number 17 and pass up Ric Flair. I can't wait for that. That's going to be an amazing moment. I'm hoping, we see it real soon. But when it does happen, we're going to enjoy that. So once again, thank you for John Cena. Thank you for all of you. Thank you to all of you for tuning in here tonight. If you're watching the replay, thank you guys as well. If you can, hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And if you don't have that notification bell turned on, turn on that notification bell. So every time we go live or we drop a video, you get that notification and you will be the first to know. Thanks for my OGs, Young, Serenity, and everyone else that was here tonight. Cruz, thank you for coming through as well. And I hope you guys are doing well, man. I hope you guys are safe. And we will catch you guys all in the next one. WWE yesterday, WWE today, WWE forever. Murphy family, WWE. We are out again. We will be at Money in the Bank this weekend, so that's going to be fun in Vegas. Good times coming with that. Of course, I'll vlog there and take you guys with me, so you can be with me amongst the WWE universe. And then next Monday, we'll be in San Diego as well for Monday Night Raw. So got 2 special vlogs coming for you guys this weekend and next week. So look out for that. And until then, we will catch you guys. Oh, we'll be here on Friday. We'll have our official prediction show. We'll drop that. Maybe we'll do it live. I don't know, Friday or Saturday. We'll have that going. And then, of course, we'll see what happens at SmackDown. And if any other news breaks, we'll be here to talk about that as well. Good night, everybody. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your Tuesday on tomorrow. Take care. Be blessed. Hey, Roman Reigns. Let me hear that Roman Reigns music and that intro before we go. Peace.